Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Chantel. So over the next two video releases, I'm going to be going through 23 different DIY projects that you can undertake to elevate your garden or outdoor space and really add some creativity and fun. So I want to start with plants, and I know that's not necessarily a project in itself, but I really don't feel like you can have a garden video without talking about plants because they are really the backbone and the foundation to your garden. So what I would say about plants is to just really consider the type of garden that you want and to make sure that you choose plants accordingly. So whether your preference is to have herb garden, tropical gardens, Japanese garden, cottage garden, whatever that is, just make sure that your planting scheme is in keeping with the overall theme of your garden choice. Garden is definitely a space where you can really let your creative juices flow and be creative. And I also hate throwing things away, so when I no longer had a use for this old picture frame, I decided I was going to use it in the garden. It's a perfect little selfie spot and just adds that pop of interest to, a dull area. I used another frame, but differently this time. This was used to frame some plants on a bit of a bland piece of the fence. It just really adds a pop of colour and, it keeps the conversation going when people are out there. One thing about me is that I will find a use out of anything. So when I bought these vases from a charity shop and I got home, one was cracked. I was like, there's no way I'm throwing this away. So I decided I was going to make a feature out of the crack. So I painted it, shredded some burlap, stuck it on and decided to put it outside. It was going to be a perfect little decor piece for my table, and I think it looks great. If tropical gardens are not your thing, then add in things like vintage lighting and vine planting will really go a long way to create that really whimsical, romantic look. So this garden was in a restaurant in Bali, and I just thought they did an amazing job at creating this really beautiful, enchanting space. So many vines and just really unexpected vintage lighting, which created a beautiful, romantic mood. Every gardener knows how important it is to have a potting station, somewhere that you can neatly keep all your planting bits and pieces in a handy space, but making that look good is also important. So I was inspired by something that I had seen on Pinterest. They had made a really cute feature out of a potting station, and I decided that I was going to recreate that. Here it is, with cement blocks and just some marine plywood. I then added a Rio board on the top and then some colourful little plants, and there it was, a really cute potting station that was functional as well as, good looking. Okay, so this project is great for making a statement. So I previously had a rug in this space and I was so sick of it because it kept shredding. I decided I was going to paint my own rug. So I got a stencil from online, and that's exactly what I did. Just decided to paint that stencil all on this area, and it came up really well. Click the link for the full tutorial on this project. Having an interesting garden is all about creating those little pockets of interest. So I picked up these really cheap drawers and decided I was going to use it as a herb drawer that would just sit outside my kitchen. After cleaning it down, I painted it in a really bright colour, aligned it with some plant lining material, and voila! I think in the garden you can get away with using different things as planters. So this was part of a job I did for a client who wanted an eclectic outdoor space, and basically I used an old lamp and put a plant inside. It looks so cute as a centerpiece for the table. If you have a wall or a fence in your garden that really needs livening up, a plant wall or a vertical wall or a living wall, whatever you want to call it, is a really great way of adding that interest into your garden. So basically the plants sit in these pockets. I picked these up from Amazon, and you can use whatever plants you want, whether it's succulents or whether you want to go for more bigger plants or a mixture. I wanted to really mix it up, but I would say you do need to keep it moist. The plants get very dry in this, so just be aware of that. So everything has the potential to look beautiful, even old pipes. So if you've got some old pipes and maybe they're an eyesore, why not make a feature out of it? Add some planting and use it as a base to make a really interesting statement. Your patio area is probably where you're going to spend the most time in your garden, so it's really worth investing and spending a bit of time thinking about the design. When I'm working with my clients, I always try and find out from them, how do you want to use this space? How do you want to feel when you're in this space? Is it a relaxing space? Do you want it to be formal? And how they want to live and how they want to use that space is really the backbone of the design process. So really think about that and what your needs are and what your family's needs are for your patio space. Alright, so that's a wrap for today. Don't forget, this is the first of 2 videos I've got coming out on different projects that you can undertake to really spruce up your garden. The second video is going to be jam-packed, so don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, catch you soon.